right? Michael, of course, got to come to you on this one, right? Have the AI laws and regulations caught up to the myriad of ways that AI can be used?
Not at all. Look, the laws haven't caught up to the internet, okay? And they're nowhere near catching up to AI. It's a reactive thing that's going on here. I mean, a couple of things have become clear, at least for the time being. If you're developing an invention, the current rule from the Patent Office is you do not get protection over the AI-generated aspects of that invention, only the human-generated aspects. Same thing from the Copyright Office. And so you need to be really careful when you're inventing stuff to make sure that you have that human component so you can protect it, because you got to certify now to the Patent Office whether or not AI was used to help you generate the invention. On the other side of it, the laws are completely undecided in terms of, I mentioned fair use before, over whether or not you can use copyrighted works to train these large language models. And there's a bunch of lawsuits going on over the issue. It's very unclear how they're going to be decided. My prediction is it'll be years before we get a final answer on this. We're all at the initial trial court level, haven't made it to the appellate court, not to mention the Supreme Court. So I think it's going to be a while before there's any firm answer on any of this stuff.
Go ahead, Chris.
I understand there aren't firm answers. Those are, I have to admit, for the most part, those are rich people problems. I'm sorry. Right now there are close to 10,000 deepfake sites that are designed specifically to take the picture of your ex-girlfriend and put her into pornography. 10,000. Hundreds of thousands of women every single day are being humiliated by these sites. And we don't have laws around them. These sites have not, these are not new. Deep fake technology has been around for quite some time. And it's like you look at them and go, well, what's the issue? It's like, well, we don't know about the technology. No, you should know about humiliation of human beings and harm, and you should legislate against that. The engagement model, that is to say, the model of you being on a site and you being, and the company making money off of your engagement on that site. Extreme engagement is often referred to by a lovely word, addiction. And we've seen this for years and years and years, and we don't respond to it. This is not new. This is like we just haven't responded to it. And I have never been able to understand this. It's like, oh, we don't understand the technology. This is not a technology issue. There's a human issue. There's a harm issue. And there are all sorts of harms that we just are ignoring. And I'll tell you a story. The guy who teaches my human-computer interaction class for the master's students in AI actually came to me last summer and said, I really want to build a new class and I want to do research in an area because my kids came to me, 8 and 12, and said, we want to watch cartoons. And he said, what kind of cartoons do you want to watch? And they said, we don't know. We're going to go to Netflix and have Netflix tell us. Oh, no. And then he realized that his children would not have the same level of human agency and decision-making skills that he has. Because Netflix is one thing. LinkedIn, Amazon, all media, your news, all in that realm where you're not making decisions anymore. You're being fed. And what does that do to us in terms of decision-making and our thoughtfulness? And for me, the nightmare scenario is also, by the way, same technology, Match.com, where you're not making a decision so much as you're being provided with a decision and you're vetting the decision. Very different things. And it's like these things have been around forever. I'm sorry. Collaborative filtering, that is the recommendation engines, have been around for over 25 years. And the idea that we have to catch up with them is nuts. We can identify harms and we can try to figure out a way to stop those harms from happening. And it's not the technology. The change in the technology is not it. It's that unwillingness to look at harms and realize that we have to stop them.